Good day everyone. Today, I will explain three things. First, the evolution of customs valuation in the Philippines. Second, the formal name of the WTO valuation agreement. Third, how customs authorities compute import duty using the transaction value method. Let me begin with the evolution of customs valuation in the Philippines. Before, the Philippines used older and less clear methods in valuing imported goods. Customs officers sometimes use reference prices or estimated values instead of the actual price paid by the importer. Because of this, there were problems. Some importers felt that the system was unfair. There were also cases of inconsistency and lack of transparency. This created disputes between importers and customs authorities. In 1995, the Philippines became a member of the World Trade Organization or WTO. As a member, the country agreed to follow international trade rules. One important rule is about customs valuation. Because of this, the Philippines changed its customs law. It adopted the WTO system of customs valuation through Republic Act number 9135. This law requires customs to follow international standards in determining the value of imported goods. The new system is more fair and transparent. It follows clear rules. It reduces the use of arbitrary or made-up values. It also helps prevent corruption and promotes trust between traders and the government. Now, I will give the formal name of WTO Valuation Agreement. The formal name is the Agreement on Implementation of Article 7 of the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade 1994. This agreement provides the rules on how to determine the customs value of imported goods. Its main purpose is to make sure that customs valuation is fair, consistent, and not based on fake or unreasonable values. Now, let me explain how customs authorities compute the import duty using the transaction value method. The transaction value method is the present method used in the Philippines. This means that the customs value is based on the actual price paid or payable for the goods when sold for export to the Philippines. In simple terms, customs starts with the invoice price. However, some costs must be added if they are not yet included in the invoice. This may include freight, insurance, loading and unloading charges, commissions, and royalties if required by law. Let me give an example. Suppose an importer buys laptops from another country. The invoice price is 300,000 pesos. The shipping cost is 25,000 pesos. And the insurance cost is 5,000 pesos. These costs are not yet included in the invoice price. To compute the customs value, we add them. 300,000 pesos plus 25,000 pesos plus 5,000 pesos equals 330,000 pesos. So the customs value is 330,000 pesos. Now, if the tariff rate is 8%, we multiply 330,000 pesos by 8%. 330,000 times 0.08 equals 26,400 pesos. So the import duty to be paid is 26,400 pesos. This shows how the transaction value method works. Customs uses the actual price paid, adds the necessary charges, and then applies the tariff rate to compute the duty. If the transaction value cannot be used, there are other methods provided under the WTO agreement. These include the value of identical goods, similar goods, deductive value, computed value, and fallback method. These methods are used in order. In conclusion, the Philippines improved its customs valuation system by following WTO rules. Before, the system was less transparent, but after joining the WTO, the country adopted a fair and clear method based on the actual transaction value. The formal name of the WTO Valuation Agreement is the Agreement on Implementation of Article 7 of the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade 1994. Today, The transaction value method ensures fairness, transparency, and proper computation of import duties. That is all. Thank you for listening.